Okay, so before we download anything, I didn't show you in the last video some of the animation options. So it kind of just depends on whatever you're clicked on your different pages, but you can push this animate button and you can actually hover over these different options and see which one you like. Um, some are better than others. I kind of like burst on this one. You can animate images or text. So, I mean, like if I wanted to animate the splatter, we could do like, anything like this. I'm not sure if I'm really loving it, but I'll just pick one. Okay, and then with this one, I'll animate this image. Maybe I'll have it breathe. I think breathe is nice. I don't want to have anything too crazy in there because then, if it gets really like a lot of things going on, I think it could overwhelm the viewer pretty easily. I'm going to push shift and then I'll get both of these selected and then maybe hover over breathe. Yeah, we'll keep it on breathe. So I think that's looking pretty good. We animated elements. We have a headline. My particular design has a subhead, which is technically optional. So is body copy, but at least get a headline in there. And I'm guessing you'll need a headline with either a subhead or body copy though. So kind of pick and choose between subhead and body copy depending on what you need. I have images. I have a call to action, which is vote for your favorite poster design. It happens to be my headline and subhead actually happen to double as my call to action. I have animation. I have brand colors that I pulled from the logo. I suggest you do the same. And I have other interactive elements, such as I will add in a poll later. So when I actually put this together in Instagram using my phone. So let's go ahead and do a download. MP4, like I stated earlier, we're going to do MP4 files. But I'm actually just going to do that for page 1, 2, and 3. The fourth image or the fourth page of this document, I'm going to make a still image. So I'm going to download these. Also, I did make these pages here. I'm going to make these 4 seconds because I think the viewer needs to view these for a little bit longer. And I'm trying to keep everything under 15 seconds altogether. This one's probably going to be 4 too, just to give them a little bit more time to vote. Oops. Okay. Well, I didn't actually change any of these. Sorry, but you can change them depending on the slide. You just have to click on the background of your slide and just enter it in. I'm pushing return after I do that, and that actually makes it stick. Before I didn't do it long enough. So if I add 4 up 3 times, that's 12. And this can be 3 seconds long. So that's 15 seconds total. I guess it won't matter on this one, but so we'll download. I'm just going to pick the first 3 pages as an MP4 video. So I'm going to download that. And that's coming in. It takes a bit for these files to download, at least on my internet connection, so I'm going to pause the video. So that MP4 file is in my downloads. I actually have it open here. So if I play that, you can see vote for your favorite poster, tribute poster number 1, tribute poster number 2, and then it ends. So that's the MP4 file for mine. If you want to make all of your slides or all of your images, all of your pages in your Canva document MP4 files, that's fine. But I'm actually going to download a PNG file for the last page. Let me move this out of the way because I actually want to insert a poll here in Instagram. So I'm going to check that here so we can actually just put it on page 4, download that, and that'll come into our downloads folder as a PNG file just for the last page. You can see what that looks like. So with these 2 elements, I can actually send these to myself or get them on my phone and then put them in my files or my gallery or whatever. So I'll have a MP4 file, which is a video file, and then I'll have the PNG. And I believe if I use those two images in my story, when I create my story on Instagram, that will create kind of a nice slideshow, and I can add in the interactive voting icon right here on the last slide, so to speak, of my Instagram story ad. And so basically, if you have multiple files, a mixture of still imagery, JPEG or PNG, and MP4 files, that's fine, like I do here. But just maybe consider, making a folder for this and naming it, Instagram story ad or something like that, and put those in there. And then you can control click on that to compress it, and that'll create a zip file. And this is what you would turn in for your grade if you have multiple files. If you just have one MP4 file for everything, just turn in that MP4 file. But like I said, Adobe Spark, or now it's called Adobe Express, is not as good for this project, I don't think, as Canva. Canva just has more things to work with, so I highly suggest using Canva. You don't necessarily have to create additional pages. You can just do one page with everything on it. Just make sure that you get the headline, either subhead or body copy, imagery, a call to action. Make sure there's some animated elements. Make sure you have a logo in there. Make sure you try to use brand colors, probably pulled from the logo that you found. And then any other interactive elements that you want to add, go ahead and do that. Anyway, that's just the quick rundown of how you could use Canva to create an Instagram story ad that is animated. And so anyway, we'll talk to you later.